And she left and went on about her business to do, look here, to do her side hustling job. I gotta go be a journalist. Let me go. Let me go. Yeah. Because my story done been rewritten. We are in the book. We in there, y'all. Come see a man. Chronicler of stories, reporting. Yeah, she went to report the news. I just had an interview. He viewed me internally. And I inquired. Yeah, I asked questions. I confronted the feelings of betrayal and the disappointment honestly. Yeah. And received a promotion. And received a promotion. Okay? Got me a side hustle. Yeah. That's securing the bag for life. I'm going to get my spiritual inheritance. And you know he paid her. Yeah, he did, because that's what he do. Honest work always is rewarded. Yeah. They had a soul contract. She found her soulmate, for real. Found the one whom her soul loves, Song of Solomon. Yeah. And it says, let it go. Releasing grudges, emotional freedom. Come on through with that emotional freedom. Forgive yourself and others so you can free your heart. And then over here we got unbothered. Them disciples, she ain't worried about them. She okay. She's still metaphorically speaking, sipping on her tea, her drink. Okay. Thinking about what he said from the heart, from the mind, from the soul. Yeah. She on one. High in him. On an emotional high. After letting everything go. You know what's alright. I ain't even mad no more. Because she got, you know what I'm saying, what her soul was longing for. She got the answer she needed. She was treated right. He was truly representing the love of God. Where these other people, past, present, I mean, you know what I'm saying, whatever, God's love wasn't in their heart for. It wasn't on their working agenda. And then it says, unbothered. Peace despite the chaos. That's what she's sipping on. That peace, that cup of peace that's overflowing. That cup of love. Calm attitude. Detachment from the negativity. Not my drama. Like, whatever the disciples thinking about me ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't none of my problem. Okay? Because right here, with what happened with her, right here, y'all. Right here, y'all. Right here, y'all. The bride of Christ. It says, some theologians interpret the concept of church as the bride of Christ, suggesting that Jesus' relationship with his followers is seen as a spiritual marriage rather than a physical one. And then we got overnight success and glow up. Won't he do it? He did it. He did that. Yeah, she became the first of many. But in that moment, he married himself to her on a soul level, a spiritual marriage. Look no further. I'm he. I'm he who you've been looking for, girl. I'm he. Yeah, it says glow up, self-improvement, finding your confidence, personal transformation, better than ever. Overnight success, rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough. All eyes on me. Yep. Rapid rise. Yeah, she was the inspiration. Yeah, suddenly everybody knew her. We still don't know her name, but everybody know the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman that was at the well. We know her. We know. Unexpected breakthrough. Yeah. Whole new life. Whole new world. of unbotheredness. She went from being bothered. But tell me this, I got a bone to pick. To being unbothered. Okay, everything fixed. Okay, your maker, Isaiah 54, your maker is your husband. He said you were like a bride married young and then abandoned. But he said he was mad. He said, I was mad with you. So I turned away because I was angry with you. But now I'm turning back towards you with everlasting compassion. Because there is no love without compassion. And it's the passion of the Christ that rescued her. Yeshua himself. The divine nature of the divine masculine. He came and did what Adam failed to do. The finisher. It is finished. I done everything that need to be done to reconcile those who God had given him, to reconcile them back into the Father, relationship with their Creator. It is finished. He did everything. He played his role to the T. To the T. And it says, shed, surpass, and be blessed. Grant yourself the blessing to shed and surpass the current place you're in. Samaritan woman, Samaritan man, Samaritan. Consciously, subconsciously, manage your stress by granting yourself the blessing to shed and surpass the current place of being rejected, neglected. Surpass that place so you can be protected, accepted. Got breakthrough. What did I say? Breaking cycles. That's what she was doing. That's what her and Jesus was doing, breaking cycles. Even though the religious people was throwing shade. And the family was feuding. You know, this is spiritual family. Throwing shade and feuding with the Samaritans. Y'all ain't good enough. Y'all ain't enough. Y'all don't worship in Jerusalem. Y'all worship. Yeah. Repeating patterns. Which was caused that she couldn't get the truth. So she repeating patterns. Familiar lessons. Unresolved issues. Been here, done that, and about to do it again. But here we go. Payback. And retirement goals. The rest of her life. Yeah. Long-term stability. She was rooted and grounded in him. Future planning. Okay. She had a heaven to look forward to. One on earth and one wherever Jesus was going. She knew, when it's all said and done, I'm going to be where he had too. Relaxation earned. Living the dream. She had been dreaming about this life. Where's the spiritual abundance that our ancestor Jacob paid for? This well itself is proof that he had a relationship with the Creator. It's here, and I believe, she was going there to worship, and there might have been a place where at night, in the middle of the night, whatever, they would go there and worship. I don't know. But it says, payback says, consequences returning. Karma's cycle. What goes around comes around. Time to settle accounts. Time to settle the accounts. And settling the accounts for her looked like breaking this cycle of this family feud and them throwing shade. It says shade doesn't always look like aggression. Because remember, the disciples, they didn't say nothing to her, but they was throwing shade. It hides the backhand. It hides in backhanded praise, tone, and just joking energy. And then Family Feud says sometimes blood is thicker than water. And sometimes it's just thicker with drama judgment, and silent grudges. The disciples was holding, when they came back from, with the lunch, they was holding a grudge, a silent when they didn't say nothing. But they was thinking in their mind, what is he doing talking up? Breaking cycles. That's what he was doing. And what goes around comes around. So she had done sowed good seed. He was in her heart. He was on her mind. She was longing for him on a soul level. And her mission was accomplished. That bag is what? Secured. Yeah, because she let it go. Yeshua reflects because daddy home now. Okay? Okay, he done pulled up. He done pulled up. He done come through. Okay? It says here, fulfillment of God's will. Yeshua reflects the Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah who would bring salvation to God's people. And then it says, you have the final say. Pull back from two-faced people. Trust in your ability to do the right thing. Care enough to believe and evolve. Don't betray yourself. Pull back from two-faced people. Say one thing, do another. People with hidden agendas. Pull back. Pull all your energy back. Give Christ. Give the one who sent his son. Yeah. Give him what you gave them. Pull back from two-faced people. Trust in your ability to do the right thing. That's what she had to do. Had to have that childlike faith. Yeah. Because God was providing provisions in a miraculous way. Unlikely provisions. The provision is miraculous and demonstrates God's care and the power of faith. Even when the way he provides is unexpected. She wasn't expecting that. She was not expecting to run up on the one. She wasn't expecting that after today, her soul wasn't going to be lost no more. That she would have clarity. She wouldn't be wandering no more. She wasn't going to be confused anymore. She wasn't going to be defeated or struggling. You got to find a say, God say. You can move in a new way. You can move around in a new way. Weaver of grace. Because it was definitely his grace, the amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Okay? I was blind, but now I see. It says movement, harmony, rhythm, passion, because she danced to the beat of her own drum. Where my shaman at? Dance to the beat of her own drum. Doing her own thing. But in the realest way. Yeshua reflects. He came to fulfill. One thing about God, he going to fulfill that word. That's what Jesus was like. I come to fulfill the word. That was my lunch. Fulfilling the word. Okay? Reaping this harvest that y'all don't want to. It's white, ready, but y'all too busy being spiritually prejudiced. That's why I say the bride of Christ. His bride. When we're in relationship with him, we become his. his followers. And it is a spiritual marriage rather than a physical one. It's no less fulfilling. In fact, it's even more fulfilling. And we have here, experience the warmth and love of your own soul. That's what happens when you pull back from two-faced people. I got pictures. Some of these pictures say with the two-faced right here. With people with hidden agendas, secret intentions, manipulation, disguised as kindness. Come. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The doors of the church are open, but the heart of Christ was open for her, which is exactly what she needed. Disguised as manipulation, disguised as kindness. I said it. Hidden motivations, not all of them, but a lot of them. Enough for he got me up here saying something about it. A lot of them. Say ain't on their working agenda. Love it ain't hard enough to have that one-on-one sit down and to deal with all those emotions that she was having and the whole issue. 5 husbands and on the 6th one. And he ain't even a husband. Just another man you about to marry with a hidden agenda. Poker face. Hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached. That's what it was. She was dealing with men who were emotionally detached. That's why she was thirsty. And it says here, in her defense, you'll never know. They was good at it. They was good at it. You would never know. Hiding true feelings. Can't have no marriage hiding true feelings. Jesus couldn't hide his true feelings. She couldn't hide her true feelings. Had to be honest. Had to confront those feelings of betrayal and disappointment honestly and reflect on whether clinging to the past grievances are worth the emotional toll that is taken. She's like, no, I'm not trying to be separated from the well that don't run dry. I'm good. I'll let it go. Me and you good? We good? We okay? Okay. That's all I needed to know. It says hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. Too helpful to trust. Secret intentions. And then if this ain't you, and in the church that you go to, then I'm not talking to you. But if it is you, you might want to get with the one, who you represent and yeah. Make sure you get that right, because that payback, standing in the way, you blocking, you throwing shades, he breaking cycles, he breaking all that. He dealing with people heart to heart now. Yeah, heart to heart, mind to mind, soul to soul. Yeah. Unlikely provisions. Instructing them to leave their current location, to hide by the brook Cherith, promising to send ravens to feed them. God love us so much. He ain't got us out here lonely. We are being fathered by his spirit. He got peoples out here. That ain't gaslighting us. Cause that's what they was doing with her, telling her that, may like and she wasn't one of the ones. Reality distortion, emotional manipulation, questioning sanity. You're imagining things. You're not really a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're not really one of us. You don't have any spiritual inheritance. At the same time, the church is out here, desperate for followers. Doing anything but what they're supposed to, doing everything but what they're supposed to be doing. Okay? Misrepresenting out here. But Yeshua, he out here fulfilling the will of God. He out here meeting and greeting. Unexpectedly showing up, being led by his spirit, where he supposed to go, where he supposed to be, waiting, ready to be hospitable, ready to serve, ready to represent the Father. Remind him that you are family. You do have a Father who does live in heaven and is here on earth as well, in me, Christ in me, my hope of glory. She had a hope of glory. Thank God the traveler was there. The builder was there. The architect was there. Security guarding her heart even. You let her know, I've been watching you. See that watchman? I've been watching you. I know your journey been long. Mine too. But he was challenging the whole system. Went and spent 2 days in her hometown. Seeker of adventures, courage, challenge, goal. Yeah. She's willing to pay whatever we got to do. What we doing? Where we going? Yeah. Come to my spot. Bohemian. Oh, and then right here, prioritizing herself. I said self-care Sunday, prioritizing rest, recharge emotionally. That's why I got to go at noon. I can't even do what I've been doing. Not another day. I gotta do what's best for me. Pampering yourself. Me time matters. She was going up there to that well at noon for some me time with her wild free self. Right here we got Bohemian, a person who's interested in art, music, or literature. And lives in a very informal way, ignoring the usually accepted ways of behaving. Saved a life. Yeah. Not supposed to be talking men. Not supposed to be talking to women. Period. Really alone together like they was. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. She up there by herself instead of with the women in a group, yada, 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 traditionally speaking, religiously, spiritually. She had her own thing. She had her own thing. Yeah. Yeah. And got everything as a result. Glow up. New job. Now she the reporter. Overnight success. Now she ain't known as the woman, you know what I mean? That, that's she on a 6 husband, No, now she's known as being the one, the first, pioneer, apostle. Pioneer. Blazing a trailblazer. She had to tell the whole story about how, and then this, and my situation. Everybody know my situation. I know everybody know my situation. And I decided that I'm going to go at noon. And he shone his face upon him. In the noon. Yeah. She was lit from the inside out. And now she's able to experience the warmth and the love of her own soul. She wasn't who they said she was. Yeah, she wasn't trash. She wasn't garbage. She was just lost. Needed to be fathered. Needed somebody to clean her. Tend to it. Attendant of hospitality. Steward over her. And Christ became her companion. Yep. Spiritual marriage. 3.2 seconds. No, but they got into it. And it was intimacy. With no sex. Intimacy. Huh. Maybe she was overflowing. Out of my belly shall flow rivers of living water. He parted that Red Sea. He made a way where there was no way. He spoke over her just like he did in the beginning when the earth was just covered with chaos and darkness. Couldn't do nothing with it. But then God spoke, let there be light. He began to speak over her. And just like he did in the beginning, this is what being born again looks like. He did it for her in that moment, unexpectedly. But God provided for her. The Father sent his Son. Who are you, girl? What you gonna do? And if I may, like Dr. Phil says, is it working for you? Or are you working for it? To me, it looks like a trick. There's a way that seemeth right, but the end ain't nothing like it begin. Now, I understand you left home. And then were out on your own. You realize I need a plan to bring in big dividends. So your unrenewed mind found only what it could find. And your steps followed at the point of view of one who was blind. Your conscience tried to butt in, but reasoning made wrong right. Next thing you know, you were the show for the freaks that come out at night. Deception told you a lie, claimed that the limit was the sky, said that this job would bring your dreams wings if you believed and you could fly. But tell me, since you believe, what has your spirit conceived? Has it been life or death, day or night, success or shattered dreams? What am I saying to you? All that I can, and that's this. There's a perfect plan your life now demands, and living through a source you can't miss. Can't you see that he's doing what only his hands can? Reaching down deep in the valley low just so that you'd understand. And really know that he cares. And that he's fully aware of how this all came to be. He's saying now like he said then, daughter, come unto me. You heard him right, he said, daughter. You know you want to be his. But you don't think that he'd accept you. Like you are, like it is. You say the seed that you've sown has taken root, is full grown. Let alone the fruit of your wrong. Your hope for help is long gone. But oh no, the devil is a liar. Don't stop here, lift your voice higher. Cry out to the one who sent his son to baptize you with his fire. And if you can turn, you can change. And everything that was will be rearranged according to how it was supposed to be. Say yes with your heart in Jesus' name, and by his spirit, be free. He'll be there for you like he was there for me. And I'm here because he was there. Okay? I love y'all. And we'll talk next time.